Thank you, Madam President. Madam President, men and women of the Senate, been disturbed to hear so much emotion and anxiety and a sense of distrust between both sides of the aisle this evening, because I think for the most part we've worked hard together for the last 2 years. And like my good friend who's no longer in his seat, I try to stick to those things I know. So in serving on the Natural Resources Committee, we hear from clamors, desperate to have the state intervene to help clean up the water that's coming downstream and poisoning the flats, making them unable to earn a living when they have to be closed because of E. coli. My good friend from Androscoggin and I, we live with the Androscoggin River between us. I grew up just a few blocks from the river, and when I was a small child, we couldn't go outside in the summer when it was a really hot and humid day because the river smelled so badly. We've been working for 30 years to clean it up, but we still can't get an upgrade to Class B because of discharges. So if we could spend $3.2 million somewhere in the state on wastewater treatment and get $16 million from the federal government, I think that's important, but it's still not enough. It's an impassioned plea from another senator from Androscoggin County before the Natural Resources Committee who showed us the problems from other parts of the state, down in Cumberland County and in Penobscot County, from wastewater not being treated, polluting our rivers. I don't say in these difficult times, with so many people out of work, that we should say, well, we passed something last year, let's just leave it alone. Because people are still suffering and still without jobs. And as to the dental, school, and rural access grants, we know that people here in Maine do not have access to dentists. And it was not brought home more poignantly when the war started and 25% of our troops, our reserves, were deferred from going overseas because of poor dental health. So this isn't a democratic package. It's a package to put before the people of the state of Maine. We're not the last vote here. 2/3 in this room doesn't make the decision. The decision is to ask the people of Maine whether or not they think these are wise investments. So you may disagree with us, but why don't we let the people of Maine decide and send it out to them so they can determine whether or not they think that having drinking water revolving loan fund funded, or the Maine Wind Energy Fund, $5 million to bring down $24.5 million from the federal government is worth having. And I don't know about the rest of you, but in my district, everyone wants our roads fixed because they're a disaster, and it's causing them a lot of expense fixing their vehicles. So it's a jobs bond, but it's an investment in our infrastructure and in our people. And I hope you'll reconsider. Thank you.